Good evening, everyone. I don't know if there's anybody here yet. We're going to give them a few minutes for everybody to connect. I don't have an intro promo thing, so we'll just wait a few minutes before we start talking. But anyway, continue about the PowerBook. So the 150.
Oh no, yeah. So Ryan and I were just talking about the PowerBook 150, my favorite PowerBook. Seemingly no one else's favorite PowerBook. um, but yeah, the PowerBook 150 is kind of like its own little weird thing because it's unlike the other members of the 100 or the PowerBook 100 series machines. It's the only one that uses IDE, and it's basically a
Okay.
modified PowerBook Duo, kind of switched into the form factor of the PowerBook 100 kind of machine. So if you crack it
Cool.
open, it's kind of weird, unlike the later PowerBooks, because when you start getting up to like after you get the initial like series, like the 140, 170s and stuff, that second series of machines had like video out and all kinds of other stuff, like a bunch of feature upgrades. This really dials absolutely everything back. So on like a PowerBook 160, for example, which is a really good one to collect, you've got like a back plane that they call the motherboard, and then you have the daughter card, which actually has your like CPU and
Oh, cool.
like and other things, and then there's like and your video output headers and things like that. And then there is another card they call the cousin card, which has like RAM and ROM and stuff, but it's like a base amount. They never made anything to kind of replace that board. There's like an additional internal thing for RAM upgrades, and just it's all. I mean, it was like it's a sandwich. It's like it's making a Dagwood out of a
Right.
laptop, and it's just really cool because like that very last that PowerBook 150, it's all integrated down on the board. It's like one very slick, highly integrated thing. It's kind of a technological marvel, just in terms of like miniaturization and large scale integration, and then it uses like cheaper IDE drives instead of SCSI, and I don't know. It's got some
So it was
limitations. It only
obviously
has
it was built by the accountants, I would imagine. Like it's a
what
right.
this is actually it's the very last one in that series, and part of it was to kind of clean out stock on some of the other components like floppy drives and top
Right.
casing and stuff like that. But kind of the big push with it is it was the first PowerBook to be sold in like retail stores outside of like like where it's like, oh, it's the Mac store in my town or something, where it was like somebody
Right.
that had a license for resale with Apple. These were sold at like when I worked at Montgomery Ward, we sold them there. We didn't sell a whole lot of them
Okay.
because it was still kind of expensive. Um, but it was like the first one kind of like that.
Okay. And so, like, were they marketed towards like university students? Were they
No,
like a lower
strictly
end? No.
consumers. It was a cut
So,
rate, low end PowerBook, to
okay.
try to capture kind of that like Wintel, kind of compete against Wintel
Right.
machines. And so you
Right.
would normally,
And
like, if you saw them at a retail store, it was probably in the same places where you would see Performa machines, but they weren't going to have a
okay.
Performa portable.
Right.
It's PowerBook 150, and that was it.
Cool.
Didn't sell very
And
long. Didn't
when you
sell very
sold them,
well.
yeah, when you sold them, what was the starting price from them? Like 2 grand,
I don't even
2,500.
remember. I think it's no. I think it's like $1,200, something like that, maybe in
Okay.
1996 prices. Maybe I think 96.
Because what do they have in them for a CPU?
It's a
It's not a power
68030
PC.
at
It's just
25
right.
megahertz, 33 megahertz, something
Okay.
like that.
So it's on par
Uh,
like 486 P1 territory.
ooh, 33 megahertz, 68030.
Ooh.
But
Wow.
priced between 1450 and 1600, adjusted for inflation, a lot more. So, but it was nice, a
I'd
nine
say
and a
it's
half
probably
inch grayscale display. But it's only four. I think it's four levels of gray. So it wasn't. You weren't probably gonna want to surf the web. But I mean, it's
sure.
1995. It was introduced in '94, discontinued in '95. So I mean, the web was still kind of, whatever.
Text and young. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Text and a
had,
lot of.
I mean, it has a built-in modem, so it obviously they did expect you
Yeah.
to
Hmm. Yeah.
connect, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
The
you've got
neat thing about this one
external. Hmm.
is it's got the modem port, right? And
Yeah,
it
it's
came with
all
this little
cracked out.
cover.
Yeah,
No,
with
it
the
came
bottom is cracked out.
not bad. There's a little tiny crack. I don't know if you can see it there by the screw head.
Oh no, that's no. Yeah, there's a crack, but I was gonna say on a lot of those, that stress point on that plastic, you see
Yeah,
where that screw is? A lot of those are
yeah.
just like busted out, and that screw and everything's missing. So this is really good. You've got one that's in pretty good shape.
But this little cover, which is supposed to go over the modem, fits
No,
in
it
there,
doesn't. You
but
no,
it
it
falls
doesn't
out.
actually.
No,
It doesn't actually.
no.
That's when you put a modem in, that pops out. So when you
Okay,
have the
gotcha.
modem installed, yeah, when you have the modem installed, you don't do that. You don't put that back in.
You don't do that. Okay, cool.
No.
So that the fact that that's there, that would normally be thrown out. I guess most people would have thrown that out.
Well, I from memory, it did not ship with a modem. You had to add a modem. So everybody
Okay,
that bought one of those got that little
that little
knockout,
piece
and
of
then you
plastic.
pop that out, and you would have a modem installed. And I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that like these were so cut rate that I think the base modem that Apple even recommended was like still 2400 baud.
Okay. Yeah.
Not great.
No, not at all. And I hauled the battery out of it because it's a little bit warped,
A little bit bulgy.
a little bulgy, and not bad,
Yeah,
but not great either.
yeah,
So, but I think you said, is it Drake? Who makes these?
yeah.
Drake.
If you're in Canada, reach out to Drake.
Yeah.
He makes replacements. I think in the U.S. like JCS
Okay.
has some that he's making too. So, I got
Cool.
a couple of Drake ones, and I bought a JCS one just to spread the money around.
Cool. Cool. I remember when I worked at the Source, which was Radio Shack at the time,
Hmm.
back in the olden days. We had a service where you could send off batteries to be rebuilt, and they were done somewhere here in
Nice.
Canada. They would literally just
Uh-huh.
take the case, gut it, put new batteries in it. So I don't know if that's difficult, but I would love to try. I'm assuming these are sealed, so it's almost impossible to get them apart without
Well,
cutting
they
them.
are, but I mean, don't let it get you down because you can just
Just 3D printed
you
box.
can 3D print a new case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And where it's hidden, it's not like you see it because it's behind a door. So
yeah, and
it
that
doesn't really
little
matter what it looks like.
slide, the little because you
Yeah.
push the battery in and you just lock the thing in place. If you kind of just put some outward pressure, you'll defeat the little latch in there that holds it in place. You can just slide it right off. And so the
Okay.
3D designs, the aftermarket printable ones, it's pretty easy to just be like, oh yeah, just I'll take this and slap it on the other one, and away I go.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
See, I didn't really have any plans for this evening. I figured, if people wanted to join and hang out for a little bit, there's not much going on in the shed here tonight. I have to work on this Passat, but I'm not going to do that on the
Yeah.
live stream because that's just a waste of time. Passat came over all Volkswagen-y and requires a transmission cooler. So
Nice.
I did the right thing and bought a universal transmission cooler on Amazon for $30 instead of the expensive radiator replacement that would require for this, which would be several $100s. So anyway, old shitty Volkswagens. It's how it works. Who do we have in the chat here? Let's see. We got a Gareth Beagles here. We got K-Mac Vintage. We got Trina's Technobabble. Oh, apparently her stomach is not that bad if she can be in the chat. We
Well,
got
her
Retro
eyes still
Techie,
work,
Curtis
Ryan.
Boyle. I suppose she could literally, dysentery all she wants, and her eyes still work. Retro Techie's here. I got a CJSUTOOB. Cool. Sloopy Malibu's here. What else we got? Thank you. Mark Nichols here. And Jason Starbuck Tech is also here.
Hey.
So thanks, guys, for hanging out. Remember to hit that like button on your way in or your way out. We'll be here for a few minutes at least. Garth says Trina had KFC again. Yep, does that to me every time.
Yeah.
That's why we call it Dirty Bird.
Oh no.
So, Ron, quick.
Yes.
Javier's here. A quick dating round question. What's your favorite fast food place? Go.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe KFC or potentially Popeyes.
Okay. We
Yeah.
don't have Popeyes here yet. There's the first Popeyes in my area opened up a province away from me in Nova Scotia. And it was so popular they ended up
Mhm.
opening 2 more
Oh wow.
because they couldn't keep up. Yeah, the first day there was a 4.5 hour wait to get to
Mhm.
Popeyes.
Well,
I don't know if it's
I
that
went
good. And then
to when I was in LA, they opened that first LA location, and there were people like I just happened to be in town for something else, and there were people lined up around the block to get one of the chicken sandwiches. So
wow.
yeah.
And so like Church's chicken. I hear good things about Church's chicken as well.
Hmm.
Something else I haven't experienced. Do you have that in your area, or is that like a real southern
We that
only?
is more southern, but I would say that
Okay.
Churches is very much kind of like um, very much kind of like the oh, what is that called? Or it's very much kind of like Popeyes or kind of like
Okay.
Bojangles. That's another
Okay. Yep.
southern
Yep.
kind of place. Yeah.
Yep. We actually have a Newfoundland-based chicken place that's actually taken north of at least Canada by the storm. So much
Yeah.
so the owner is able to afford 2 Lamborghinis. It's called
Wow.
Mary Brown's, and
Okay.
the guy who founded it in the '70s bought the recipe off an American restaurant and brought it to Canada. But
Okay.
yeah, they have several hundred locations across Canada now. It's actually been quite successful. But
Interesting.
yeah,
Mary
it's quite delicious. If
Brown.
you ever come up this way, you'll have to try it.
Yeah, it's like a weird name because I think like a name like Mary Brown's, you think it's sort of like a Victorian era crime drama.
Yes, like
She's like
Murdoch
a
Mysteries.
governess that she's a governess
Yeah,
that solves murders.
yeah, and has like a lackey sidekick who secretly like loves her, but because
Yes,
of
but like
because of Victorian social norms, she can't love him back.
right, yep, hmm,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
like it. We gotta flush this out now. So all right, um, is it a movie, TV show, web drama,
I'm gonna say that
podcast?
it's a show that is highly acclaimed but only runs for one season on ITV.
So a good British show is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a good British show. Yeah,
Okay,
probably I'm
awesome.
gonna
So
say like the big draw on it is that Hugh Grant plays a local vicar.
okay. So we're like going Broadchurch, where we have Tennant, like or not. What was the one where David Tennant's character was the vicar? It wasn't Broadchurch. It was,
I don't
and
know.
he's the one who don't want to ruin it for anybody. He's the one who murdered the guy, but it was all accidental. And anyway,
I don't
what the
know.
hell is that called? It's a great series.
It's so great I don't know the
David.
name.
I, I'm thinking
It's a
Broadchurch, but
real
that's
it's
not
a
where
real
he.
Hamish Macbeth.
Uh, oh God, it's not even showing up in like the first. It's not Grace Point. It's not staged. It's not Doctor Who. It's not Broadchurch.
When are you
What the
sure?
hell is it called?
Is it Good
It's
Omens?
not the scam. It's not Good Omens, but that's a fantastic show.
I still have not watched that, but I need to get back and watch that.
It's so good, and yeah, I just
It's so good.
can't say enough awesome things about it. Maybe it wasn't David Tennant. Maybe is it Matt Smith instead? There was a Doctor Who connection. Oh, it's gonna
I
drive
don't
me
know.
mental now not knowing. Does anybody in the chat know? Torchwood, perhaps? No, it's not Torchwood.
No,
Uh,
no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Only if what's his name comes in with like a very flamboyant musical number. Jack Hartness, but what's the actor's name? Oh God, I can't remember his name
I
now.
don't know that guy. I'm
He got kicked out
familiar
of.
that he.
He got He got kicked out
For
for
being
running around
too
the
flamboyant.
studio naked. Yeah, he ran out of the
Oh.
studio naked and got himself kicked off the show.
Oh my god.
What is the name? Oh my god, that's going to drive me absolutely. Oh god, hold on, I'm going to Google this now. It's going to drive me. British show about murder with a vicar.
Oh my god. You're gonna get Father Brown mysteries.
Right.
I love that show. That show is really great. Welcome to
Yeah.
Ryan and Ron talk about British television.
Try to remember the name of British television.
Yeah. I've not seen the show that you're speaking of.
Oh my god.
I'm not familiar with
And
it.
like the wife murders, I think it's the wife who I think it's the wife murders the kid accidentally, and the father. I thought it was David Tennant takes the blame for it, and he's a vicar.
Because there is a show, and it's got the lady that became the new Doctor Who, and it has Elizabeth Coleman and David Tennant, where there's like a child that's accidentally killed. But they're
Yes.
detectives. They're not like, and
Oh
that's
no, that's Broadchurch. Yeah, no, that's
yeah, that's
Broadchurch.
Broadchurch. I think you're like, it's a show, and it's got Stephen Fry. It's a game show
Right.
with Stephen Fry, and this show, it's amazing. It's quite interesting. The show, I think it's called Blackadder the Third.
It's called. It does have David Tennant, and it's called Inside Man. Came out in 2022.
Yeah,
It's a
I
TV
do
show.
not remember that. No, I have not seen that.
It's really good.
It sounds that way.
Anyway, we digress. Yeah. No one is reading the chat. What am I missing? Midsummer Murders? No, it's not Midsummer Murders. Torchwood. No, I already said that's not Torchwood. GarthBeagle.com. No, it's definitely not GarthBeagle.com. Oh yeah, Torchwood is connected to Doctor Who. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is because it's Doctor
Are you
Who.
are you a Who fan?
Or is it
Yes.
Torch?
No, it's Torchwood is the name
It's
of the
anagram. Yeah, but it's like an
yeah.
anagram for Doctor Who.
It's an anagram for I am Tom Riddle, which is an anagram for Lord Voldemort.
Oh no! Oh no! Hey, speaking of that first Harry Potter movie, have you seen that
Yep.
that Harry Potter like dramatic reading as done by everybody's favorite Brad Neely?
I have not. Is it good?
It is great. You should Google it. It is called Wizard People, Dear Reader.
Wizard
And it is
People, Dear
basically
Reader. All right.
him, Wizard People, Dear Reader. And it is, and there's a version of it, you can watch it on YouTube. It's the entire first Harry Potter movie where he's sort of like narrating it, but he's like, it's just kind of being funny and stuff about it. So it's sort of
Okay.
a funny retelling of it. So it's
Wow, it's old. It's 2004.
yeah, I know. It's been around. It's been around quite a while, but it's well worth checking out here on the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, there you go. All right, like that's. I always forget that Harry Potter is as old as it is.
Yeah, it's really, it
1997,
feels even
right?
older. Came out a few years ago. I read some books.
I've read all of them, and I remember staying up late to go get like the fifth or sixth book whenever that came out. It was like a big hurrah, stay up late, go to the local Indigo or go to the local Chapters bookstore here in Canada and pick up the copy.
Yeah,
it was fun. I also remember hiding inside our local mall, waiting for the Sony store to open at 8:00 in the morning to get my PlayStation 3.
oh nice. I went to I was gonna say Babbage's, but it might have still been, or I was gonna say a GameStop, but it might have still been Babbage's.
Okay.
I went to Babbage's in the U.S. and got my PlayStation 2.
In what? In 2000, or did you wait till later?
I don't even know what year it was. It was a very long time ago, and I bought one game. I bought like the new Tekken game for it,
Right.
and took it home at 1 o'clock in the morning and hooked it all up and played it for a few minutes. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I'll get back to this, and then I never got back to it.
Right.
I waited, like time went by, and then they released a bunch of good games for it, and then I got back to it.
Did you ever dabble in like the put the LAN card in it and install Linux, Yellow Dog Linux on
No,
your
I
original
never
PlayStation 2?
did
No?
that because Linux is for people that don't respect their own time.
I
It's
resent that, but I don't have time to. I don't have
you,
time to resent it because I gotta go fix.
I
I gotta go
know,
fix
I
the
know,
Linux
because
machine.
you're too busy trying to exit VI. I just, it's okay. It's got a lot of great purposes, and it's very powerful and very expandable and
Oh yeah.
flexible and things like that. But you know what? I have like a finite amount of time in this one life. Um, I just, I need to like just not. I don't need that level of in my life. I just want to use the machine. You know.
Right. And listen,
I'm not so
I'm
enamored. I'm not so enamored with the guts of how it works. I just want it to work.
right. Yeah, I tell everybody I'm tech agnostic. I don't care as long as it plugs in. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But for me, I came into Linux in the early 2000s to mid 2000s. So for me, it was always Ubuntu and libc6 libraries failing constantly.
Yeah.
Like that, I had
Uh-huh.
nightmares. I would wake up in a cold sweat because I thought that I had corrupted my libc6 library on my Ubuntu distro and basically borked my server. Like,
Yeah.
anyway,
Ryan, do me a favor.
now if
Switch our windows. Put me on the other side. Since I'm facing this way, it looks weird. It's like I'm like talking to
is it
this
bothering you?
glowing orb. It's bothering me. It might be bothering people at home. My problem is I've got the camera is over here, but like my actual display that I can see is over here. That's the problem with the
It didn't switch
MacBook
us.
Air. Problem with the MacBook Air
Keep
is it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Its
What
greatest
what area are you
weakness is
running?
also its biggest flaw.
What are you running? Is it like a 14-inch or a 13 or
It's the
the
MacBook Air,
11-inch?
so it's whatever it is.
Whatever.
13,
All
13
right.
point, 13, negative 13.0.
I
It's like
don't know
that
how to move
skit
you. I
with
just move.
Peter Serafinowicz where he's playing like Bill Gates, or not Bill Gates, but he's playing Steve Jobs, and it's like the tiny little laptop. He's like, it's got one button, you know.
Yep.
It's just like the whole thing is a button.
Does not impact scene order. How do I change the scene order? I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure out this new software. It's very powerful,
Right.
and just talk amongst yourselves while I figure this out.
That's fine. It's fine.
Video settings. Like, I don't know. How do I? I'm so confused. I can highlight you, which makes you full screen.
That's nice.
Now you're full screen. Now you can take over the entire.
Oh man, it's like being Trina.
Yeah, right.
Only I don't
Just
know.
channel your inner Trina.
Yeah, it's so anyway, I made a joke about sex, you know. Also, I had to set up a bunch of laptops today at work. I don't know. That's my Trina. It's like it's only offensive if you don't know who Trina is.
Right.
It's only offensive if you don't know that this is exactly what exactly like the average Trina day. No, God love her. I love her too. I can't wait.
Yeah, we all
I
love
really
Trina.
hope that she makes it to VCF Midwest this year, because that's
Oh.
or if Linus does another convention.
He's not.
He's not. Was last
He's
year?
not.
Was
No,
that it?
he spent way too much money apparently. So
Hmm. Yeah, maybe that's why you don't like your first year. You just go small and you see how it is, and you figure out where you're like, what works, what doesn't work, and then and then you go big year two. Like the sophomore, you don't make it a sophomore slump. You make
right.
it the sophomore splash, and you know, learn from the mistakes of the first year and then go through and do that. Speaking of conventions that are happening for the first time ever, um,
Right.
SoCal, VCF SoCal
Yeah.
happening like right now, right now. Like why
It's
why
pretty
are
exciting.
you're home? You should be at VCF SoCal.
I mean, I wish I could be, but that would require several thousands of dollars in shipping
You know
myself
what?
somewhere else in the world.
It is just money. It is just money.
Yeah,
You
you sound like my
just
father-in-law. He always says it's only money.
well
Like, you know who
that's
says
and
that?
that's
Rich,
honestly
rich people.
yeah. No, actually, I am not a rich person. I don't have retro techie money in the bank, anything like that.
Right.
I am,
No
I
helicopter.
am, yeah, I am just like a regular. I am but a member of the lowly proletariat, and I have figured out this great truth, which is I'll just make more money.
Yeah,
I'm just
just
gonna
make some
do
more.
things. I'll just make some more money. Um, and then eventually, when you get to the end, it doesn't matter. It's it doesn't matter.
Well,
You've made it. You did whatever it is you wanted to do, or you didn't do it. You could choose either
my
way. I'd rather just do those things.
my I had a really good friend who was a priest, and he always would say there are no trailer hitches on hearses. You can't take it
Yeah,
with you.
that's
So
true.
whatever you make in life, spend it or give it away. Do good with it, but you can't take it with you. And you know, rich people go in the same hole that poor people go in. So
Yeah, that's true.
so I see Garth's talking about the Pico Gus. Ron, do you have a Pico Gus? Have you dabbled in the Pico Gus world yet?
I have dabbled. I have dibbled and dabbled in the Pico Gus. How
Yeah.
do you see chat on this? Do I just need to open up
Uh,
like a YouTube window?
yeah. Just open YouTube and just break out the chat. That's usually what I do.
Okay, all right. Well, hold on 1 second. Let me do that real fast. But yes, the Pico Gus is pretty damn amazing.
Yeah,
I
seems to be.
actually at VCF Midwest, I went through and I actually traded and got one. And uh, I got the version because there's two different versions of it. And there's one that is actually for the um, whatever the heck that thing is called. All like the Winbook thing or something. Maybe it's not called Winbook. There's like the 386
Yeah, the
little
386.
yeah,
Yeah, bolt on. Yeah,
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 but it's got like the PC 110 or whatever that is. That port on the side looks like an IDE kind of
yeah,
connection or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I got that version, and I was like, oh, why did I do that? that seemed that seemed like an unforced error. Why did I do that? So it just sat and it's still sitting at work. But what I did is I thought better of it. I went ahead and when they came back into stock, the ones that are just the ISA card, I just ordered that and I played around with it. I will tell you what the CMS, like the Creative Music System
Yep.
emulation, really really great. It sounds really wonderful. And the other thing that I really played around with the ad lib stuff works really well too. But one of the things that I was really really interested in is that it will just emulate MPU 401, so you can
Right.
with like all of the because a lot of those Roland synths require what they call intelligent mode, and
Right.
if you don't have intelligent mode, it doesn't communicate correctly. So, like if you just took your Sound Blaster 16 and plugged it into an MT32 Roland, it will like the notes will be wrong, just because it's just not able to communicate correctly. And
Right.
so that the Pico Gus, I think like the underrated thing you can do with it, other than be a Gus, if that's your thing. I've never even turned the Gus stuff on. I've listened to
Right.
everybody else's videos and things like that. Trina, or I'm sorry, not Trina, but uh, Tech Ambrosia
Tech
did a
Amber, yeah.
really great video
Yep.
recently about it, and she went through and played like mod files and MIDI and like
Yeah.
tracker stuff and all that, and like really put the Gus side through the paces. And I was on the stream and I was like, "Hey, put it in MT32 mode." And I don't know what I was thinking because it doesn't do that. It'll just be like an MPU 401. And so,
Right.
but something else I bought that you can pair with it is there are the, I want to say Munt, but that's not it. But it's basically it's like a Pi, Raspberry Pi, like at least a 3, and you
Okay.
put it in this little header thing, and it turns it into like an MT32. It emulates an
Oh, cool.
MT32. And I bought one
And
of
you can pair
those.
it to the.
And those things, you pair them together, works great. And it
Cool.
sounds just like an MT32. It's amazing.
That's cool.
So
That's really cool.
yeah, so people that like don't have access, because I mean, I bought my MT32 when people were dumping that stuff. Like they were just like,
Right.
"Wow, these things suck." Like my Sound Blaster Gold sounds amazing compared to this.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll take it. Thank you. And so I bought like I've got an MT32. I've got um, a Sound Canvas, like a SC55. I've got a SC88 Pro. I've got some other stuff. Just recently. I can't remember what model is. It's like a MPU 90 or something. It's like the one. It's like a tower. It's specifically for people. It's got a floppy drive. It's for people to sit there and do
Yes.
MIDI karaoke, because
Right.
it's got all the karaoke inputs and like the
Right.
echo and all that stuff built into it. So I love that stuff, but I'm more, as much as I love the original hardware. I like the fact that these new devices are opening up the whole world for other people that can't afford
Yeah.
a $500 sound card can get in on the
I
game.
was gonna
I
say
think
that
that's
because
so
you're
important.
right. Right now, you can't spend like for an MT32. I think last one I saw was several $100s, if not more than five.
Mhm.
Right? Like they're not
Yeah,
cheap. I don't know. Let's see what's on eBay right now.
yeah. MT32, and that's the other thing. It's you really want like there's a specific version because there's two versions. There's one that
Yeah.
corrects all the bugs, but the problem is all these people turned around. Yeah, Garth is right. I cannot wait for them to get the Sound Blaster Pro stuff
Yeah.
working on
That's what I'm.
PicoGuest.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah,
excited
that's
for.
gonna be really
After I
great.
saw that it was on the roadmap. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait until that comes out, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy one because that's why I want one. Because I
Well,
have a bunch of
buy
Sound
it
Blaster
buy it
cards,
now
but
because I mean, like there's a lot of great stuff you can still do. Like it does Tandy 3 voice audio, it does CMS, it does
okay,
ad lib. I mean there's a lot of fun already to be had now. Plus
right,
intelligent mode MIDI. I mean, if I mean it has an internal wavetable header. So if you have like any of those like real like Yamaha or Korg or Roland wavetable modules, man, you can just use all that stuff today, and it's really great.
right.
I would love to buy, they were around for a while, and then they just sort of disappeared. I'd really love to buy one of those. Oh gosh, wavetable headers. They have a couple that pretty accurately emulate the SC55, which
Okay,
SC55 has a MT32 mode. Now, granted, it's the second version of the MT32, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
yeah. I
Oh,
just
by
find
the
it
way,
interesting. Like
not
growing up.
excited
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
MIDI synths at all. Not excited at all. Hate
So
them.
so do you have like LGR has his tower of MIDI? Do you have a similar thing in your home? Do you have
I have a
a
stack
dedicated
of MIDI.
rack? Yeah.
No, I don't have a dedicated rack, but I've certainly got a stack of boxes because I've been really lucky. I've picked up a few things that have their full original retail box. So it's like I've got a
Right.
box for my SC55, and I've got a box for my SC88, and I've got a box for my MT32, and I don't have a box for that new one that I just bought, but I think that since that was more of a consumer device and not like for musicians,
Pro
because
audio.
I think a lot, yeah, pro audio people, musicians, I think those guys have a different mindset than grandma that just wants
Yeah.
to, I'm gonna, all right, yeah, kids, let's sing the
Gonna make
battle hymn of the Republic.
we're gonna make some church music here today.
Yeah, that's right.
Praise Jesus. But yeah, like you said too. Yeah. Like you
Right.
said though, the fact that you can get all these little devices now in a single small package is great for anybody who doesn't have the space either. Because think about that mound of MIDI that you have. I mean, that takes up space. So if you live in a
Yeah,
small
it does.
apartment, you're not going to be able to. You're going to have to pick something, right?
Mhm. Yeah,
You're going to have to
and I think,
decide
yeah,
what you're going to pick.
absolutely. I think there's a
And
lot
with
of
the Pico
people,
Bus, you don't need
especially
to.
that smaller, yeah, they have smaller apartments, something like that, or just people
Yeah.
that are like, you know what, I don't really know that I care about this, but I'd like to
Right.
play around with it a little bit, so it works out pretty good. But
And I mean, I don't want to speculate on retro tech and be a futures kind of guy, but I've yet to see anything fail and become less valuable than it was since it's become popular. If that makes sense, like you look at the Naboo. That's still it's not as
mhm,
popular. I don't think as it was 6 months ago or 9 months ago or a year
right,
ago.
yeah,
But they're
mhm,
still selling for the same price on eBay. Like nobody's
right,
losing money on them. Let's put it that way.
right,
Same
yeah.
thing with Apple IIs. They're not going down in value. Like I mean, I paid $200 for this. I think I could still get $200 for this Apple II that's next to me or more. Um,
Probably so. I think
so
that
so
we're on the uphill slide because there was a lot of that stuff that I picked up 5, 10 years ago when people just didn't care, and it was
yeah,
very economical compared to now. Like there was a point you could pick up a Quadra 700 for $50, and you still can
right.
if you're gonna wait for a deal. But I mean, I see people all the time that are like listing for like $300 or something like that, and it's like, oh, that's just crazy. I would never pay that. But then again,
But people pay it.
um, I bought everything here, and now we're like here.
Right. It's kind of
So
like I don't know if you follow the classic car industry, but like so 25 years ago, all the
mm,
Duesenbergs, everything from the 30s and the 20s and all that was
right,
super expensive.
mhm,
And now all
yeah,
those people are dead. So
yes,
the value of that has basically plateaued. It will never be more valuable than it's. In fact, it's actually going the opposite way now. Those cars are
right,
becoming
right,
less valuable
mhm,
as more of
right,
70s, 60s, 70s muscle car become the big top sellers now. And I imagine retro tech will be the same. 20 years time, it'll still be $200 for an Apple II. I imagine it'll go up to 5 or 6, and then it'll kind of come down. Right?
yeah. I think I fools and their money are always soon parted. So there
Agreed.
are people that will they don't care. They just a lot of people. Well, I mean, what's McDonald's cost? It doesn't cost what it did like in the '90s, that's for
No,
sure. But what does
no,
McDonald's
for sure.
cost now? What does McDonald's cost when you have it door dashed, or when you have it
Right.
postmated or something like that?
Yeah.
Which I
You're,
love
you're
saying
paying for the
postmated.
convenience.
Yeah,
Postmated.
because
So,
somebody's
like
getting
for example, a
effed
Quadra
on that
700,
transaction.
a Quadra, a Quadra 700, right? Like I could buy
Hmm.
a known not working or one that's been found in a shed or found in a garage or found in an old office building, and I pay
Hmm.
X number of dollars, $50 for it, we'll say.
Yeah.
Or I could
Hmm.
have somebody. I have gone through the entire process of recapping it, replacing the
Yeah.
drive with a blue
Hmm.
SCSI, cleaning
Yeah.
it up, retro
Yeah.
brighting it, and at that point, then there's intrinsic value there because it just works.
Yes.
And you'll find people who
Yeah.
are
Because it's
want
it's a
that nostalgia
curated
hit,
experience.
right? And the
Yeah.
people want that nostalgia hit, so they don't care what the price is because it's a nostalgia hit for them. It's what they remember as a
I
child, and they'll pay
turnkey
it.
and I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
right.
is this
And
is
they'll
the
probably still
this is
buy it
the
and use it for 2 hours and then put it back in the closet.
Mhm.
Like it,
Yeah.
I know lots of people who buy retro stuff that just it's nostalgia, and it for me at least, and I'm not sure it's the same for you guys. It's the hunt. I enjoy the hunt
Yeah.
far more
No.
than I enjoy the
Yes.
actual.
Yes, I like the hunt. The
Right.
hunt is great.
Yeah.
And I like the hunt, and I like the fix, and I like the getting it ready to go. And then when it's
Yeah.
like everything is in readiness, I'm like Andy with Woody, where it's just like, I don't want to
So
play
what do I
with
do with
you
this?
anymore. Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then it's you're on
Exactly.
to the next little thing. So
Yeah.
and Garth is right
So
too. Like a Quater 700 is actually not that great of a machine. I think it's iconic because of Jurassic Park and stuff,
right.
but the Quater 650 is a much better machine. It's slightly faster. It uses faster RAM. It's got a faster data bus. It has the same number of new bus slots. It has a PDS slot, but unlike the Quadra 700, it also supports like an internal CD-ROM drive and has the ability to do thousands of colors. I do not know why this was like not included with the Quadra 700, but the Quadra 700, if you max out the VRAM, you can get millions of colors, and that's a very
And
expensive proposition to max out the video memory. But once you do,
however,
it's millions of
if you're
colors, no thousands.
however, if you want to watch security footage, which is clearly a .movie file being played of the
Yeah.
East Dock waiting to be
Yes.
loaded on the ship,
Right.
you got to have all the VRAM because you need that you
Yeah.
need all those colors to be able to look at that
Right.
security footage.
It's true. It's true. And then you got to do that weird thing with his hands when you're clicking the mouse and clicking your watch at the same time. Like it can't
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
just you know what, Nedry? Don't get carpal tunnel and give yourself like a 2 second window.
Right, right.
You can be
But
like
at the same
click.
time, too, it's like
There you go. Yeah.
David. It's like Attenborough. Like maybe spend
Right.
some money on some actual IT. Like pay your guys well
Listen,
and stop
we
buying Ford
we
Explorers.
we spared no expense. Spared no expense. I think. Did you ever read Jurassic Park? Have you read it?
I
Because
haven't.
it's the
No, I've
book
never
is
actually read the original.
okay. The book is a much different experience than the movie, and I mean, I would almost say because they kind of the the kid character from memory is actually one person. They kind of split it for the movie because have
Right.
more kids in it and stuff and all. But it was it's kind of like they make a point of the fact that Nedry had financial problems and Harmon is that the guy's name? Hammond
The Samuel
kind of took advantage
Hammond.
of
Yeah.
that. Kind of took advantage of that to get him cheap. And where it was just like,
Right.
well, if I fire you from this job, basically you're just not going to have anything. So Hammond in the book is not like a nice old grandpa character that wanted his
Right. He's an
grandkids to
asshole.
come to the park to have a good time. He's just like a money making jerk. And the
Right.
kids were basically to get people there that would be like positive buzz for all of it.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, there's a baby T Rex. Spoilers.
Right. Yeah.
So
And
it's
the lawyer gets eaten off the toilet, which I think is some sort of metaphor for people's feelings about lawyers.
yeah, I think that's about people's feelings about lawyers. But
Yeah. It's like
I
if there's a
really,
lawyer in the
you really
film,
can't
if
say
it's a
they're
horror
really all
movie,
that. Yeah.
yeah, if it's a horror movie and there's a lawyer, guaranteed they're going to die the worst possible death of anybody else in the movie.
Yeah, probably so.
Right.
It's
Just
it
because
stands
why
to
would they point
reason.
out they're a lawyer? Right.
Right.
That's always what
Mhm.
I like. Nobody's walking in there going, "Oh, I'm a chef," or "I'm a another
Mhm.
occupation." But they always point
Yeah.
out a lawyer. It seems like in movies, lawyers want you to know they're a lawyer. It's
Yeah.
kind of like CrossFit, right?
Yeah.
It's like you'll know
Right. Yeah.
someone.
Do you talk about anything other than doing kettlebells? This is the
Right.
worst
Like
first date I've ever been on.
it's like if they're vegan or they do CrossFit, you're going to find out about it within the first like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
What do you get if you put 100,000 lawyers at the bottom of the ocean? A good start.
That's funny. I think even lawyers kind of like have a little bit of a sense of humor about it because they just realize that they are the spear tip of the bureaucracy of life and how just
Yeah.
Everybody, like, just how difficult life is. But I mean, it's really, really great because that lawyers or the barristers exist because of just if people just didn't own anything, it wouldn't matter. You could just go
Right.
to like your Fife's sheriff and just get them to settle sort of like whatever your beef was with somebody else, and it wouldn't have to go to court. But I think once people, much in the same way that once the church realized that people would pay for indulgences, the gig was up on
Yeah.
the piety of priests and things like that, and sort of the
Yeah.
idea of like,
Listen,
yeah,
you want to go to heaven? You buy a gargoyle. That's how it works. You don't want to go to heaven?
yeah,
Don't
it's
buy a
really,
gargoyle. It's a
hmm
very easy
yeah,
system.
yeah. Yeah, it's it hasn't worked for me so far. It's I've got the entire series on VHS, and I'm no closer to heaven. Oh wait, that's
But you
Gargoyles.
haven't bought the new DVD. You haven't watched. You haven't bought the new Blu-ray
Oh,
release.
oh my gosh.
Also, the new series is coming out soon. Not to
Is
get you
there a
excited
new
about
series of
gargoyles.
Gargoyles?
Yeah,
Did they
you didn't
get
know?
did they get Marina Sirtis to come back?
Everybody's back. Everybody,
Oh wow, that's
except
amazing.
anybody
That's
who's dead.
good. That's good.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody is there except the ones that are dead.
dead. They're just
Or
AI.
dead to me.
I'm still trying to figure out. I haven't heard anything yet if they were able to get the master tapes from Reboot, the TV show,
Yeah.
figured out
Oh my
after,
god.
because they were looking
Yeah.
for that player, that digital
Mhm.
tape player,
Yeah. Mhm.
because
Honestly,
nobody
we're at
owns
the
it apparently.
point where you could just go out and chat GPT and just be like, "Hey, reanimate reboot.
Right,
Here's the scripts. Make it happen." I mean,
right.
it's to like I mean, I understand it does have a very unique look and people have that in their heads. But as far as Canadian CGI houses in the 90s go, Mainframe is really great. I'm not a huge reboot fan. I do like Beast Wars.
I was gonna say Beast Wars is definitely I think is the pinnacle. However,
Yeah.
Reboot has like a soft, nostalgic, warm space in my heart because I love that show,
Yeah. Hmm.
right?
Yep.
And
Hmm.
but it's like going back and watching it again. If I sat down and watched it, I'd probably be terribly disappointed because
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not what I
sure you'd
remember,
be.
right?
Yeah, and I'm sure I'd be terribly disappointed with Beast Wars because that show is. Oh, it's Sloopy. Hey, Sloop. That show is so much
Loop.
filler. It's just like
Yeah,
they're. Hey, we're running away from something again this week. Great.
right. Yeah. What was
So
interesting was when they would try to like take intellectual property from stuff they couldn't get the permission for and make it so close, but they couldn't like the video games. You knew what video game they were talking. Oh, that's definitely Doom, but they couldn't call it
right.
Doom. So it was close as you could get to not getting sued by id, right? Like,
Yeah. Right.
I'll
but
sit over here
I'd love
looking.
to see a modern one. Oh, there you go. That works. Um, I'm interested to see if they do a reboot of Reboot with modern
Yeah. I
games. Like,
just reanimate it. It's fine.
yeah,
Just do it.
but I'm thinking like do a new version where like it's like Call of Duty, and there's a 13-year-old just screaming profanities while they're running for their lives inside the cube, right?
Hmm.
Like, and how's Sloopy today? What are we working on?
Mm, Missy's nerves.
Well,
Sounds right.
I would
But I
expect nothing
kind of
less.
think you would have that done by now.
That's a
Yeah.
full-time job.
Now, did you start filling out the new TPS reports? Because you need those in triplicate now, right?
Yes. Yeah, she was
Okay.
playing. She was playing bingo, so I figured y'all didn't want to hear bingo. So now that I'm here, I can sit here and face this direction, and then I can equal out Ron. So he's looking that way.
Oh,
I'm
hold
looking this way.
No, you're both looking the same way. So let me also look the same way. Oh, hold on.
Oh, then okay, then I'll just go like
There we
this.
go. There we
So
go.
I'm looking the opposite direction. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my.
So this reverses my video.
Yeah, it flips it around.
Bastards.
Yeah, I think actually there's a setting in here that I can actually flip it around. Hold on. I think I can flip your video. Video
This
settings.
is actually better because this is actually better because my screen is actually on this side.
Yeah.
The really creepy thing about this software is if you have more than one camera plugged into your computer, I can see it in my list and I can switch to it.
Really?
Oh, really? Well, how many cameras
Yeah,
do
like
I
when
have?
Joe is. Right now, I only see one. It's a FaceTime
That's good.
camera. But like
Yeah.
under
That is correct.
Sloopy, I see a Logitech webcam. I see a Droid cam. I see a Microsoft Life cam. I see another Droid cam. I see OBS virtual camera.
Try them.
So
I dare
who
you.
else is
Try
here?
'em.
It's a Jason.
Oh, so because I joined, everyone else is going to join now.
Well, because
Yeah,
you
that's
joined, I
fine.
knew there was we could actually join. I didn't know there was a self-promotion link thing.
Oh,
Yeah. Mhm.
RTFM, man. RTFM.
Yeah.
See, we were discussing
Reed?
earlier before we started the stream about the Mavica cameras and how back in the day you could find them for cheap, and now they seem to be very popular with the young kids. You know, I have a Mark, for example, one of the guys in our group. He's 18 or 19, I think, and he's got a collection of Mavica cameras now. Now he wasn't alive when, like, he would have been born the year the Mavica camera probably went out of fashion, right? Because they kind of stopped being popular around 2004, 2005. So I just find it funny that the kids today. Yeah, see, Mark says Mavica.
Ah, these kids today. Yeah.
I have one. I gave to my oldest son. He's 26, I think. No, he's 26. And he was like, "Wow, this is really cool." He's like really into cameras and stuff.
Ooh, echo.
Who's got a
Here's the thing.
Echo. That's probably you.
Oh,
I
total
can only see Ryan because he made himself big apparently.
No, I'm still small, but I'm looking at my OBS. And you're logged in.
Okay. I see. I think I hit the wrong button. That's what I did.
Echo, but gone now.
No.
No, still there.
No.
Hit.
It worked last time.
Now it's working.
Test.
Yeah.
Nope. Still here, Echo.
Nope.
Echo.
Sloopy, mute yourself for a second.
Test. So maybe it's Sloopy.
Pinch hitting,
Yeah.
Manny Moda.
Yep. Looks like it was Sloopy with the Echo for some reason.
It's always Sloopy. We'll blame Sloopy for everything.
Damn it.
And what in the world is that thing?
Why
What
was
is
there
one?
an echo?
That's Mark.
Yeah, your Echo. So
Why am I
Is that
starting
going
to echo now? I didn't
Hi.
echo.
Now it's gone. I muted Sloopy, and now it's gone.
Okay.
No,
No, still there. because he's not muted.
All right, how about now?
Test. Yep, there you go.
All right. It was Mark. It was Mark.
I think
All right,
it was a
Sloopy, you're back.
combination.
Yeah, I could talk.
Test. Nope. Still.
I demand my free.
So still Sloopy.
Oh, you guys killing me.
I don't know.
Hi, everybody. Is
No,
it me?
Headsets. Use headsets, everybody.
Yeah, use headsets.
I think it's Joe. Yeah, it's Joe.
Problem solved.
There we go. Anyway, Mavicas. Yeah, I watched. I saw a TikTok. I think it was. I know that makes me seem old. I was watching a TikTok, and it was this. I don't know, probably like a teenage girl, and she had a digital, like a Canon SureShot digital camera from about 2010, 2011, and she referred to it as her vintage retro camera.
Well,
And I don't know about you, but I felt like I drank from the wrong grail in The Last Crusade.
He chose poorly.
My son, who's 21,
Mm-hmm.
when he was about 9, he told my mother that she's so old she must have been born in the 80s.
Dang!
Ooh.
I hate headsets.
I also read recently the young crowd are calling the 90s the late 1900s.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. That also made me feel really old.
People saying that people born in the 80s are old. Yeah, that makes me feel old too. I was not born in the 80s.
They are old. They are old.
Hey, come on! I was born in the 70s. What's that make
Well,
me?
so was I. So I'm saying that also old, but
You were born in the 70s?
me, yes.
Oh, I thought you were born in the 60s. Not being rude or anything.
Me?
I thought you were older than me.
No. 1976.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Funny enough,
Ron and I are the
funny
same
side
age.
story. Ron actually found the proper Holy Grail. That's why he stays so young.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just got to take a drink every day. It turns out.
Yeah.
It's,
And much like the British Museum, he just pulled the seal out of the floor and brought it to his house. So as long as he doesn't cross the seal, he stays young.
I know. Technically speaking, you just kind of
Yeah. Chronologically, I was born in the 70s. Mathematically, I was born in the 60s.
Okay.
How does that work?
I was born in 1970, and 10 goes with the lower numbers.
Yeah. There's
Whereas
no
Right.
year zero.
decades,
I get
it's-
it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no year zero.
I understand. It's like when Jerry ruins Newman's Millennium Party by explaining there's no year zero.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's
it's sort of
Damn
like
crazy. Eric.
it's sort of like how I say that I'm the most important person that ever lived, to the point where Unix was made specifically for documenting my life, because the epoch in Unix is January 1st, 1970. So it's able to catalog exactly from my conception through my entire life.
So you were conceived on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve?
No, I was conceived around on Valentine's Day.
Okay. Very cool. So Joe, how many orders did you get today?
Today?
500.
Oh. I've been busy spinning up my new business, writing a contract, and doing things related to that. So.
Huh.
What the?
I actually got up at 8:30 in the morning. I'm usually awake at 10. I couldn't sleep.
I'm usually up at 7 and you get up to 11.
Cool.
Orders today. Let's see.
I'm looking at the wrong button. Piece of
1,
paper.
2, 3,
I'm looking for a
5,
bank
6,
account
7,
number.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19 orders today.
Wow.
Nice.
Congratulations. Because I know you definitely have the metric. What's the average buy of your orders?
What do you mean? Like the
What's the average
average
value of your order? Yeah. Cost or value or
let's find
however
out.
you
I
want it.
can click on this little report and it'll tell me over what date range.
I don't know, last year. Last rolling 12 months.
Whoa.
As I get older, I get very excited by metrics and like stats. I don't know why, because I hated math when I was younger, but as I get older, I find myself more and more driven by math.
When you're younger, the math was 1 + 1 = 2, blah, 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 blah. But now when you're older, there's these numbers are more interesting because you're an adult and they're applicable.
Right.
Let's see. That is not a valid thing. I have to learn how to use this particular report because I never use it.
Gotcha.
You've never done a TPS report?
No.
Got to do it in triplicate.
So what does
It's
TPS
important.
stand for? Is it this place sucks or what?
Yes.
Tire pressure system.
That's TPMS. TPMS.
It is,
Yes.
yeah.
Are you coming over, Bella? All right, come on. Get on camera. Say hi to everybody.
Cats.
Why is why? No, you're dumb. Why? Like, just last year, just do that. You're stupid. The average order value for 2023 was $56.90.
Nice.
Joe,
Awesome.
Joe.
What?
I don't often ask you for money, but there is someone on Facebook Marketplace that has the complete Star Trek The Next Generation VHS collection. Every tape.
Oh,
They only want
wow.
$99. I want it, but I don't want to spend my money. I
Hey,
want to
Trina,
spend
use
someone
Trina's money.
else's money.
Can we figure out how to make it an expense for my business?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going
Entertainment.
to write it down, and when I expense it, I'm just going to write down, I'm a human, we don't use money. And in this situation, you will be Nog buying a baseball card for my dad. Okay?
Sure.
That was a
That's
DS9
awesome.
reference, but that's
I know.
okay.
Potential
I was like-
client entertainment to gain more sales.
Yes.
Yes.
I know, Bella. I know.
Yeah, you're going to give away
each
3 copies of
videotape-
VHS.
Each tape has 2 episodes of TNG.
Oh.
Wow. So how many
That's how you
VHSs
know it's
are there in
good.
total?
Gotta be a lot.
130.
There's 178 episodes of TNG. And if there's 2 episodes per tape,
Like
it
89?
is half of 178.
So 89.
90.
Half, not twice,
Hmm.
Jason.
You said it was 178?
89. It's
Yeah,
eight-
that's
it's 178 episodes.
what I said,
178 episodes.
89.
He said 89.
I thought you said like 300 and something, and I was like,
I was like, what?
I'm
How's
going to
that
jump
double?
through the internet. I'm going to jump through the internet and maths you.
Oh, God. I was like, how is that double? I said 89.
Sorry, I misheard. I misheard. It was because I was like, oh my god, like there's no way.
Rod, I have a question specifically about
Yeah.
what's behind you. Why 4 clocks? And are there 4 clocks, or are there only 5 clocks?
There are 4 clocks.
There are 5
I'm
clocks.
I'm staying at my mom's because my mom is on hospice right now, and I am
Right.
just kind of hanging out, and I'm here if she needs help with anything. Right now she's sleeping, but this is her spare bedroom, which
Okay.
has been for the past few weeks my like my workroom because for remote work and things like that, and for a while she collected clocks, and these are the clocks that she's kept from
Cool.
all of her collecting clocks. And I guess this one right here is sort of a rare clock. I guess it is a Coca-Cola, and she says it's rare. I don't really know, but it has some Coca-Cola sort of like branding and stuff on it, and I guess it's rare in that the Korean company that partnered with Coca-Cola to sell 6 of these in the 80s said that they were rare. I'm certain that that's how it goes. None of these clocks work. She took them somewhere to get them cleaned, and by cleaned, they made them not work. So,
Oh, perfect.
yeah.
Curtis Boyle was wondering if you had them set up for multiple time zones.
I think that they are set up for they stopped working, and that was where they stopped. So, I mean, if you wind them up, they won't keep accurate time if they even work at all. So, But it's fine because we have clocks on computers now, it seems.
Yep.
I have one of these. And there's a little lady in there that tells me things, including what time it is.
Cool.
Sorry.
So yeah, 178 episodes of TNG on VHS, and I really think that Joe should buy it for it.
When's your birthday?
As a consultant for Schneider Industrial Smoothing, I feel like
Industrial smoothing.
that's what I always do. I like anybody, like when I send them stuff, I always put like a funny thing, like care of. Like Gutbomb, what did I put on yours? Or Ryan, what did I put on yours?
Oh
I
God.
can't remember to work and look.
Yeah, it was something hilarious.
But it's always something silly. It's like I'll just put
Was it may
Joe's
contain
Computer
bees?
Museum or yeah, I did put some may contain bees stuff on it.
Yeah.
Look at who's down here in the corner trying to give you a copyright strike.
Gone.
They're gone now.
That was Mark.
Mark.
Marky Mark and the Funky
Mark's
Bunch.
got. He's got to. Yeah, sure. Joe, did you put headphones in, like little, like earbuds?
Yes, because these don't cause my ears to hurt. I can wear
there
these
you
for
go.
hours and hours and hours. These things will cause me intense, severe pain within seconds.
Really?
What are they?
I'm the
What-
exact
what are they?
opposite.
I
Ah.
can't wear anything that touches
Put a headset
my
on.
ears.
Tom.
Echo.
Please.
Tom
Tom's
lives in
getting
the
ready to turn on
bottom of
his
the ocean
noise.
in a tin can.
A pineapple under the sea.
It's a different room for Tom. I don't think I've ever seen this room. Or it's more organized.
Whoa, what was that? Lots of books. Or whatever. On the
Yeah.
shelves.
How is my audio now?
Testing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You're using the
Okay.
microphone in your webcam,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is located
It's-
on the moon.
Well, here's the thing. I've got a webcam there, I've got a webcam there, and I've got a webcam there, and I'm not sure which one.
I gotta get you.
How about now?
It still sounds the same.
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
So basically, the only thing that's going to change that is getting a headset with like a microphone or a microphone on the side, or whatever.
Well, I was hoping.
Oh Jesus!
That's loud. Loud.
Don't spit in that cop's burger. Don't spit in that cop's burger.
Right. Yeah.
Look how much cable I have. Look at all of the cable. I hate
Geez, Joe, save some
headsets.
cable for the rest of us.
I hate even
Yeah.
these things because I can't hear myself talk.
Wait, why would you want to
You
hear
sound
yourself
fine.
talk though?
Like
It's
an
in your
angel.
head. It should be in your head as you're talking. You know.
Yeah, but in my head is. I can't hear myself when I'm.
Eric
Tin can.
says tin can with a raspy saw blade.
Saw blade. Yeah. He goes first. Is that
We
was
have
a
the
whole lot of
technology.
cave.
Hi. Oh, it's gone. So we're gonna have a GoFundMe for Tom to get him a proper microphone and a DAC, like an actual like XLR
That's
DAC.
good.
Hi, Tom. So who here is going to VCF Midwest? Okay.
East
I'm
is
going to be
before
there. You
Midwest.
all better be there. Yeah, I know, but I'm going to Midwest. So you better all be there.
Okay, I'll be there.
I'm
Just look over your
flying
shoulder,
off my
Sonny.
island.
Ooh.
If I'm
It's
flying off my
my
private island,
island.
there better be people.
Don't worry about the Irish. It's my island.
Tiddly-tee potato.
Potatoes.
Good times. So,
There'll be plenty of people there. It'll be a good time. Pretty certain.
Eric plans on being there.
Perfect. I get to meet Santa Claus. That's exciting. Will you have a booth set up, Eric, where I can sit on your lap and get my Christmas picture done?
You want to sit on his lap? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll bring a Santa hat and I can get my picture taken with Santa.
That's good. Trina's not
Trina,
here.
I'm winning this.
Wow.
I'm winning the $65 million tonight.
Send me the money so I can not have to have IT plan.
Yeah, 65 million Canadian. He'll be broke sending anything into the U.S.
Yeah, because American Powerball winners are notorious for saving their money and then reinvesting.
Oh God! Like one guy there. What did he win? He won the big one there, like 900 whatever million. First thing he did was buy a $265 million mansion in California or something. I'm like, you idiot!
Which you're gonna pay like $20 million a year in taxes on.
Right? I'm like,
Yeah.
you are an idiot. Why change your
Jesus.
lifestyle? I mean, come on.
Like if I win the lottery, I would consider selling my house and downsizing.
If I won the lottery, I'm just gonna be chilling, relaxing, and I'd get my own place and then fill it with computers and cats.
Cats.
Computers and cats. Computers and cats.
I would
Oh my
find
gosh,
I would find
computers and cats.
somewhere that was maybe about an hour away from a airport that had international service, and
Jacksonville.
you could just post up there, and just that's it. That's fine.
That's
What
basically
else
where
do
I
you
live.
need?
That's basically where I live.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in near the Jacksonville International Airport. It's 45 minutes away.
Yeah, there you go.
Ron,
It's,
you
so
could
if
live
you
on-
want to
you
go
could live on my
somewhere, you
street.
just
Yep, you're there.
I'm overlooking the international airport. I can look at the airplanes from my house.
nice.
So you could come. You could live on my street as long as you learn to spell it, because it's a terribly difficult name to spell.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
Shipping cam time.
Worse
Is it
than my
is it
street.
Uh-oh.
Stroh-Snyder Street?
I was gonna say it
No,
can't
it's
be tougher than
Pentanguishene.
Joe's last name.
It's worse
Pentanguishene.
than my street. My street's terrible.
Well, Sloopy, you technically live on your street, so
Yeah,
You know.
Mine's very difficult to spell.
Yeah,
What
Sloopy
is
has the most
Street?
generic address you've ever seen. The whole thing is generic.
tonight on doxing yourself while on a live stream.
And by
Mine
the
is-
way,
My address is so generic that a cop almost took me in to find out who I was. He didn't even believe that my license was real.
123 Fake Street.
That's it.
Yes, that's right.
1, 2,
All
3,
right, boys,
1, 2,
round
3,
'em up.
thingaboobav. Now, so did you see what Ryan said to your sit on his lap comment, Ryan?
Oh yeah, Eric. He said, although there are a few people, select people who I will let sit on my lap and ask Santa for a present. I guess
at
I
first he
don't
said-
meet that.
Yeah, he said no first.
No. Yeah.
Ooh. what's
Ooh.
How is my audio now?
that? Better, but now we
Yes.
can't see you.
Oh,
Better,
God.
worse?
You're still here? Better, but where are you?
Ah,
Ah!
Hey, Tom.
There's less tin candy.
hey, how's it going? That's good. I'm
Yeah.
missing these things.
No,
Except
it sounds
they
a
have
little
this-
bit like a bank teller's mouthpiece.
Yeah, at the drive-through or whatever.
Nice, yeah.
No,
You
no,
want
it's
fries
not as
with
bad
that?
as a drive-through. It's like going to the bank. You know, it sounds too good for that.
They have this
Oh.
awful feature where I hear myself
Yeah,
in the headset also
you can turn that off. Side
Right.
tone, just turn it off.
on the Sonys.
Yeah, on any. It's just
Why does
inside
that feature
Windows.
even exist?
Right?
I
Because
looked it up a
if-
while ago and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off.
Yeah, side
Be
tone.
right back.
Is it
Google
for
your OS and side tone?
like broadcasters, so because they want to be able to hear so much of their own voice,
Yeah.
like if you're performing?
Yeah, but
So
I don't
you
think
can-
they're going to be using $30 Sony Bluetooth headset.
I'm not introducing echo now, am
Oh no,
I? Good. I changed my microphone.
Sweet.
to what?
Now you
Well, I
are.
got like 18 of
Oh.
them, so I just
Now-
changed it to one of
now
a
it's back.
different one.
It's back. Back again. Echo's back. Joe is mad. Scupon, what are you working on tonight?
City Skylines 2.
Awesome.
On the
And
Sony,
sorting
you
my
can't
YouTube
disable
music
Sorry,
side
Joe.
tone.
Do you like side tone? That's weird because it's my side tone.
You're a side tone.
I think we need to create a barbershop quartet called Side Tones.
You first.
Baby on board.
I was in a barbershop quartet when I was in high school. I was the fat one.
Nice. There's always got to be one.
There's always got to be
Yeah.
one, yeah.
I used to be in music. I was the best darn roadie they ever saw.
Yeah. I
He
counted
can't
all the
like
simply
a
use a
roadie.
lighter.
You look like a roadie, Sloopy.
Yeah,
That tracks.
I have the voice for a roadie,
I have the face for radio. So
and I have the musical ability for a roadie.
you're all very subdued tonight. Is everybody okay? Do we all have long weeks? Are we tired?
I just got done eating supper, so I've got the itis a little bit.
Ah. Hey, Rudy. Rudy's here.
Where?
I already gave a
Where?
plug for Rudy. He's in the chat. I gave a plug for Rudy last night, but I'll give him another plug. Rudy fixed my Commodore PET board, and I'm very
Nice.
excited about that because my Commodore PET was one of my wanted top computers, and when I got it, it didn't work, and I was very sad. So Rudy fixed it for me, and he offers very good and cheap repairs in Canada. Now, if you're in the United States and you need repairs done, I suggest you go see our friend Joe from Joe's Computer Museum, which is going to put his website address up there in about 2 seconds.
jcm-1.com.
Did he pet your pet?
I believe he did, but not inappropriately.
Okay. Consensual petting.
Hey, Tom, can we get a room tour?
Hi, that's the
Yeah, it
room.
looks really cool there.
Yeah, so that's the new room that I finally put down the flooring. So let's see how this works.
I was gonna say, yikes! Here we go for a ride. Oh, look at another chair. I see another chair.
So yeah, so there's the electronics bench. There's
Nice.
shelf of stuff.
Computers and things.
There's
Naboo!
Joe.
Hey,
of
it's
us.
Joe.
There's me. The goal here is I'm gonna build like a solid big table, like a U-shaped table, so I can put as many computers
Okay.
here rather than like various IKEA tables and borrowed kitchen tables.
Nice.
Big box PC games back there.
Dang, that's a lot of games. I thought it was books.
No, I'm not that smart. Apple III, Mac OS 8 poster. There's a shelf back there with a couple of 3D printers, or one 3D printer and then the other
Nice.
3D printers there.
You said a person?
Joe, did you go get
There's the
your
ceiling.
Apple III?
Wow. That's a big mess with a lot of trash. Let me help come
Joe,
clean
did
it
you
out
go
for
get
you.
your Apple III?
Okay. Oh, there's Palm Pilots. There's at least 2 Palm Pilot boxes.
Sorry,
over
Joe,
there,
you were
and
muted.
one in the background.
Tom, this tour is terrible because the camera has not gotten any closer to any of these things you're talking about. It's all you could have just taken a screenshot and just lassoed it and just moved it around inside Photoshop, and it would have been exactly the same.
Oh, Ron, come over here and give me
As you can tell, the 2 gray pixels over my shoulder
our Palm Pilot.
are
Here's
Palm
my
Pilots.
multimeter. It's not a Kaiweets KM601. I lost my Kaiweets KM601. Oh, hi.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think I know
Lordy.
where your Kaiweets went. It probably went in the trash, right?
Actually, no, I like the Kaiweets KM601 because it's got the wireless, like, contactless touch, so you'll see if the output you're about to touch is live or not.
Yeah, actual
Tom, I have a
good
question.
multimeters have that feature too.
Yeah, but my Astro
Right
AI
under that
doesn't.
Palm Pilot, what's the computer under the Palm Pilot?
Yeah, I'm also curious about that.
So that's a Sanyo PC. So it's a IBM compatible-ish.
Ish is good.
Emphasis on the ish.
Ish is good. Yeah. So it is a. Hold on. Oh, I have wireless. It's a
Yeah.
Sanyo MPC 555.
Okay.
So I picked that up a couple of years ago at the Vintage Computer Festival East swap meet in New Jersey.
Nice.
Swap
Tom,
meet
are you going to be at
Louie.
East this year?
I'm going to East this year.
Great. I'll be at East as well.
Ron, are you driving or flying?
I am going to fly, and then when I get there, I'm going to drive or be driven.
Okay.
Are you using
Perfect.
Red Bull or a plane?
We have an arrangement for you.
Oh, okay, that's good. I am probably going to get on an aeroplane.
Ron, just a heads up. If Gup if Gup Bomb shows up in a big white van that says free computers on the side of it, it's probably a trap.
It's, you know what a way to go. I just
It's not.
you
It's
know
not guaranteed to be a trap, though.
you just close your eyes and
Well, it
think
depends on
of-
what
and
you
think
consider
of Commodore.
a trap is.
Well, it says it's Commodores, but it's really
Naboo's.
something worse. It's really
It's
really
Metal
recognized.
Aquarius's.
It's Image Writer
Like-
2.
Okay.
Wait a minute, these are nothing but feature limited MSX machines. Why is everybody so excited about them?
Because you have to connect to the cloud.
Oh, yeah, you got to connect to the cloud to do everything. Thank God.
Joe, is that a spool of Picos? That is lovely.
Can
Joe,
you wear that
did
as
you
a
get
can you wear that as a
Hold on,
bandolero?
everybody. He can. He looks just like Chewbacca when he does it.
Son of Mog.
Joe, did you get your Apple III?
What Apple III?
The one you were supposed to go and pick up that's like 30 minutes from your house.
The one in Westerville?
I don't know. It's Ohio might as well be the moon, okay? So three craters to the left, there was an Apple III, and you were going to go pick it up. What happened?
Whalers on the moon, we sing a happy tune.
I can't hear him when people are talking over the top. So what, Joe?
I was never going to buy it.
Oh, I thought you were going to go get it.
I was going to pick it up on behalf of somebody else if they ended up winning / buying it, purchasing it.
Oh, and that did not occur.
Nope.
I don't know. They haven't gotten back to me yet.
Oh, okay,
And
great.
I can
what about
confirm
the
that the
what about
echo
the
is not on
Roland?
my side because I'm getting the echo back to me, even with headphones in.
Wow.
Yep. I still hear a slight echo.
I blame Sloopy because he's the only one that's not wearing headphones.
Okay, I just muted Sloopy. See if it's
How
still
about
there.
now? Echo's still
Nope. I don't hear now.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't hear it either.
there. Everything
How about
I
now,
do is
'cause I
coming back to
unmuted
me.
myself.
Whatever.
Oh, I do hear it a little bit now.
Oh, he's muted. Sloopy's muted.
I
Yeah,
do
he's
hear
muted.
No,
I
Joe's
muted him, yeah.
gone.
testing.
But no, his microphone is physically muted.
Yeah, I see that. I'm just testing,
Oh.
testing. Yeah, I don't hear an echo now.
Weird. I don't either.
Wait, I heard a little bit there.
Oh, there it is.
It might be me.
Hmm.
Well, you shouldn't be. You're wearing a headset.
There are 9 people watching us talk about an echo right now.
Yeah. There were.
Those poor suckers.
Echo?
Yeah.
No more echo? Echo's gone. I just reloaded.
Okay. Weird.
Double deuce!
I mean, it was so quiet anyway, I could barely hear it, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like reverse
I
stuttering.
blame
if
Will
I
Wheaton.
hear a delay of my own voice, I can't talk.
Well, that's what I hate about
Joe,
these
I have that
headphones.
too, where I have to hear the sentence before I could vocalize it.
Ooh, The Black Hole. I love that movie.
I have a black hole.
1979. Holy moly.
See,
Terrible.
why is Trina not
Disney
here?
movies go, it's terrible.
Because she's lazy. Damn, I didn't get a response in chat. I was poking the bear. She said she.
Joe was talking about his black hole. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, now Retro is poking fun at me. Oh, he heard a bad he heard a horrible noise, and turns out it was me.
The low-hanging fruit is the thing that's in front of Joe's black hole.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
yeah.
What the what?
See, we don't need Trina. We can be filthy ourselves.
I was waiting to see who would do it. I was actually expecting Sloopy, but
He can't talk. He's muted.
Sloopy's muted. Yeah.
Unmute thyself, Flute.
There you go, Sloopy. Now try, Sloopy.
Thank you.
testing.
Echo.
Sloopy, it always sounds like you're on the freeway every time you're in a live stream.
On the freeway.
Yeah, we hear feedback going.
He's in Con Air, actually.
Right. Actually, Sloopy just has an industrial lathe that just runs all the time in the background.
Constantly.
That's the problem with HVAC, you know.
Yeah, kicks in, kicks out.
Yeah, you can't do much about it.
That's a large box you have there, Joe.
Why? Thank you, kind sir.
DigiKey.
It's really long and wide.
Yes.
It's the girth, baby.
It's like,
That's what she said.
it's like 2 soup cans on the round.
Oh goodness. I think Trina must have fell asleep.
Yeah, probably so.
Probably, or she's
Speaking
back
of
on the
falling
toilet.
asleep.
And her cell phone's dead.
That worked, yes.
Speaking of falling asleep.
Good night, Ron.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for joining us.
having me on. It was nice
Hey.
seeing everybody. Nobody said anything
was
about
lovely.
my beautiful new
I love your shirt.
Wow, Ron, that's a beautiful
I
Embroidered.
love it.
Oh, Ron, your jacket.
Right.
Where can I get one? Where can we get one?
Nowhere, it turns out. Maybe somewhere in the future, but not now.
Oh wait,
These are
Ron, before you go,
That's a prototype.
Yes.
so you're flying to BCF East and then driving back?
No,
Or-
I'm
okay.
flying there and then staying there and then flying back.
Flying back. Okay.
Bring
So
an
I'll-
extra
Trina
suitcase
is-
that's big and padded.
That's I never check anything. Because
Well, there's
that's-
always a first time for everything.
Well,
there?
Ron, I sent you a DM on Discord about your Quadra with a couple of options. So
Okay.
I can either
Let
bring it to
me,
East or Midwest.
Just 10 more minutes.
Midwest is the goal.
Okay, Midwest
Midwest
is the
would be
plan. Okay.
amazing. Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what
there's
I
Trina.
thought, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Midwest would be great.
Cool.
Trina wanted me to tell everybody she's currently curled up playing with her pussy. Just so everybody's aware.
Yeah, it tracks. I can't get too far away.
All right.
Oh,
Good
goodness.
night.
Good night.
Farewell. Farewell.
No one else is going to play with it.
Thank God he's gone.
Ouch.
Oh gosh. She's not even here to defend herself.
Would she
No.
want to?
Good night, Rudy.
No.
Bye, Rudy. I need to check
I'm
this
guessing
new
Rudy
video.
works
That's all he
because
does.
it's about my pet. It's about my pet
Rudy
and
had
about how
too
I
much
shag
of
everything
our.
up, plugging.
Rudy had too much of our innuendos.
No, his
Yeah, I
break,
can't believe.
his break is over. He had to go back to work.
So yeah.
Playing with her pussy, thinking of gut bomb.
Oh, gut bomb.
Do we need to get you guys a room again?
And that's why
Gut bomb's got the.
that's why she's my
Go ahead.
ex-wife, because when we were married, she never thought of me. She was constantly thinking of Gut Bomb. So
I mean, he does have the Mr. Clean look going on.
So does, you know.
I mean, the scrawniest Mr. Clean you've ever seen.
Oh man. Oh look, Popeye.
Yeah.
I'd show you
Get a
mine,
can
but
of spinach.
I'd make you all embarrassed, so I won't.
Humble too.
Yeah. Humble pie. So,
It's broken.
Tom, what are you working on?
I am working on figuring out my audio. Not really. I've got one of these Rode Wireless Go's, but I'm letting the base has to charge. So, in
Gotcha.
general, though, I got this Alienware.
Is that an Alienware?
Yes. So I picked this up at Midwest at the auction last year, and
Okay.
it's a Pentium 4 something or other, some amount of RAM, some kind of hard drive. I know, very descriptive. So I think it was like a 3 point something, 3.2 or 3.4 Pentium 4.
Space heater.
Yeah, space heater, some kind of graphics card, GeForce, something or other.
You know a lot about this thing.
I do.
For having it for so long.
Well, I
After
finally
paying money
started,
for it.
Yeah. I probably paid way too much for it, but whatever.
Does that case have twist out feet?
No.
It,
Never, ever, ever.
you know, I just realized, yes, it does.
Never.
It's an IBM server from 1997.
I have like 3 or 4 cases upstairs that have those. It's similar to the Alienware, but it's not an Alienware computer.
That Aptiva down there does the same thing.
So
Nice.
I have,
Well,
I put 4 DVD burners in there. Oh, it fell backwards. I put 4. Yeah, I put 4 DVD burners in there because I had the drive phase. I put 2 50 gig SSDs in there, and then I've got the 120 gig hard drive as the boot drive. I have 3.5 gigs of RAM in there now. But basically, I have to take the whole thing apart and clean it because there's a lot of dust in there. Of course, I got a small piece of dust, but there's more dust in there than I would have thought there would be. And then the USB, like the front panel USBs, one of them is broken, so I had to figure out the right part from DigiKey and do that, and I've got to replace the other ones. And then one of the wires that goes to the front panel USB is broken, so I've got to figure that out and clean it all up. So basically, I'm taking the whole thing apart and cleaning it up.
Take it apart, clean it up, put it back together, and pray it works. Gotcha.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have an Alienware Area 51 case that someone gave me. It still has the board in it and 1 graphics card. The CPU is missing and it has no RAM. So my thought was I was going to put this 386 in it and make a reverse sleeper.
No,
that'd
here's
be
what
awesome.
you need. Here, you put a Keurig machine in it because that's what it looks like.
It does look like a Keurig machine. It's true.
I like that idea.
Coffee.
I imagine the board is probably worth something. I could probably just sell that on eBay. I have no inkling to turn it back into a 2009 gaming computer.
What's interesting is the board in this one is just an Asus, because this is pre-Dell Alienware.
Pre-Dell, yeah.
But like
that case is used by a bunch of different people.
Yeah, I could tell it's just plastic panels. on a some
It's
other
like a
case.
standard Antec server
Yeah.
case
Yep.
that everybody
Yeah,
Yeah,
uses.
the previous, the version before that was just an Antec something like a, it wasn't a P190, it was like a P170 or something.
So I've got a story about those
P90X.
cases. I think it was Eatonfield. He came across like a Newegg listing of like those cases, and it was like this was like last year, a couple of years ago. So he tweeted about it. I'm like, oh, I want to build a Pentium 4 PC. So I ordered that. I ordered the case from that Newegg listing, and then it
Pretty.
turns out that they just sent like some other random Antec case, and it was like, well, I don't want this case, so return. And they they had to eat the cost of shipping. The $50 UPS return shipping. And I know at least a few people ordered those cases and had to return them. So that's my story.
Were they just using like stock photography for the case and they had the wrong database and ID or something?
Yeah, I'm assuming it was another Antec case, so I'm assuming they just like chose the wrong number, and it's somehow
How can I
pre-filled
sharpen this thing?
all
and
of the
have it like be dull.
the stock information or whatever. It was like a third-party seller. Because a few years ago there was a similar thing on Walmart where there was like some light bulb company, like some light bulb selling company, put up a listing, and the part number matched some IBM CRT. So everyone in like the CRT Collective Facebook group was like, "Oh my God, there's new old stock IBM CRTs on Walmart.com for $1.59 each." So a bunch of people ordered them, and then like, but if you like looked up, the company, the name, the seller name was like Light Bulbs Unlimited or whatever, and they had a part number that was the exact same, model number as the IBM CRT. So obviously they just went down in their in their inventory system and just somehow chose the wrong item or whatever. So
AI is going to take all our jobs. Oh wait, it
well,
failed.
it's like there was a tweet that was going viral a few weeks ago where it was like the item description was like, "I'm sorry, that goes against the ChatGPT policy."
There's a bunch of that on Amazon, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it is going to take all of our jobs, and then they're going to realize, and then they're going to give different people our jobs back for less money.
I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was Amazon, or maybe it was The Source, which is our Radio Shack, had a gaming computer mislabeled on their website, and I think I ordered like 5 of them. They were, like a baller gaming computer for $200. I think I maxed out a credit card buying all of them, and of course, they magically just didn't ship them, and the listing disappeared, and there was no like recourse. But I was kind of sad. I was very excited to see all these computers show up, but they didn't.
Yeah, once in a while that happens, and inevitably they get posted on different Facebook groups and stuff. It's like, so it's like with that light bulb thing. It's like in a normal world, they just wouldn't, none of them would have gotten sold of that particular light switch or whatever. But in the world where someone from the CRT Collective on Facebook, comes across that listing, is like, hey guys, there's new old stock IBM monitors in Walmart for $1.59, and then you get 100 people ordering them. We live in the worst timeline.
We're eating batteries. We're eating batteries.
Okay.
I feel sorry for the people who wanted the light bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need this one particular light bulb.
Did you guys see that Lyft shagged up their public offering, their reporting? So Lyft, the car share company or the ride share company, they put out a press release saying they were expecting a 500-point increase over the next year, and their stock went up by like $7 or $8 billion. And anyway, it turns out that they had an investor meeting, and after the meeting came out, the CEO kind of sheepishly apologized. It was supposed to be a 0.5 or a 50-point increase, not a 500-point increase, and so there was like $4 billion lost in 20 seconds over a typo.
Whoops.
find that stuff to be really, really funny. Shitty if you bought the stock, I suppose, but I thought it was pretty funny.
What's the difference between the new message pad 120 and 130? 10?
Yeah. One's newer than the other. What? The Borg speaks.
So, Tom, what else are you going to do to the room there? Are you going to put up any like sound deadening panels and that kind of stuff? Or are you
saying my audio sucks?
Are you going full,
I take offense to that.
No, I'm just saying, are you going full streamer? Are we going to see like LED lights or RBG lights? Are there going to be,
I'm not sure. I want to get so this program you're using, I couldn't get OBS virtual webcam to work with it for some reason. But that might also just be my weird. That might just be my weird computer. But I want to have like different cameras. So I've got a camera here, then the camera like on the table, then the camera over on the the workbench, and then the microscope on the workbench and stuff. For audio, I'm planning on just using these wireless Rode Go things. I just have to let the base station recharge because it's just unplugged. Sound editing, I'm not sure. I gotta see how it sounds when it's more full of junk.
Am I echoing?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah, somebody is.
How about now?
He's
right now.
He's just walking away.
Yeah, I don't hear
Testing,
any echo
testing.
because he's muted.
Yeah, he muted himself.
He muted himself and just
Okay.
walked away. He's like, I'm done.
Bricks of cocaine.
Coke.
New on JCM1.com.
This is 6 Newton message pads. 6.
Why do you have 6?
Mark Jazatis has a problem.
Are these ones you're recapping for him?
Yeah, he wants me to make a 130, the best 130 possible out of all of the stuff he sent.
Are those all 130s,
Cool.
or are they mix of 130s and
half 130s and half 120s?
Make a 150.
Take all
Or
the
this
worst
would be
parts
a-
and make
a
the worst
250.
one.
by my math, that's a Newton 750 you have there.
Wow.
You add 130
Fancy.
times 3 and 120 times 3.
Tom, RetroTech has a question for you.
Uh-oh.
There's a 150.
Oh, stripper pole.
Thanks, Joe.
Right in the center.
He's gonna invite Steve over.
That's where the lump in the floor is, right? It would be perfect to support
Yeah,
the pole.
the lump in the floor is right around here. So yes. Yes, I was saying earlier in Discord. So the flooring is this like Pergo snap together flooring, and it had this before it had this like linoleum flooring which I ripped up, and I guess I didn't sand part of the flooring good enough or whatever, because there's one spot where you can just tell there's like a lump, and it's like kind of right in the center where there's no real good place to put like a table or anything. So it's a minor thing.
That's a
but
good
if you
spot
know
for the
it's
stripper
there.
pole.
That's the
Yep.
start of the Hot Wheels racetrack. You put that Hot Wheels down on the lump and you see,
How much area you can get.
That room's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
big.
awesome.
You could probably get some slot cars going in there.
That's true. Or HO scale locomotives.
Yeah.
Penny, go upstairs. Get out of here.
Aw, poor puppy.
Up or down? Oh,
gotta go to
poor
bed.
puppy.
It's a dog.
I thought he
It's not
said-
bedtime.
You
I thought he said
send your
ooh, a
bed to
penny.
your dog.
Ooh, a penny.
You send your dog to bed?
Well, Lauren's going to bed right now, and if Penny doesn't go with her, she goes in the kids' rooms and wakes the kids up.
Ah, gotcha. Joe's showing us all this cool stuff that I wish I had.
Oh, wait, let me show you my Palm Pilot collection. I'll be right back.
Oh.
I have a broken iPack I can show off, but I'd have to dig it out first.
I got a new inbox something here.
I got one better. I've got 2 broken Easy Flash 3s that will maybe not be broken when I'm done with screwing with them.
Got bomb. Check Discord.
Discord? What's that?
Per Trina.
What's up?
Trap, got bomb. Trap.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, Tom's not back.
Sure, you've never heard that one before.
No, first time actually. First time.
Oh, nice.
Do you want it? Good titanium.
Ooh.
Send it to me right now. So I've got a handspring visor, clear.
Okay.
I got this one from Potato Fry.
Potatoes.
Ryan, did that guy at Sci-Fi talk to you about the palms? He said he wanted to bring one or whatever ones he had.
I think so. I think he messaged me.
Palm.
Oh.
There you go, Tom.
You're on YouTube.
You.
Tom?
Ooh.
Come on. Come say hi to YouTube.
Which type is that?
I can't see YouTube.
We can see you.
Oh, right. No love on YouTube today.
Hey,
got
Bob.
a Palm 1 Tungsten E2.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, the cat wants to say hi to YouTube.
I've got an
Yeah,
HP iPack.
There's
Wait, that's
currently
not a
3
Palm.
cats in visible range right now. There's 2
Oh, yeah.
there. And
Okay.
I've got a
Well, one is
Palm
more
3E.
social than the rest.
Clear.
one that's probably the
Tom, this is a VX.
I don't think I have one of those. I've got a
It sounds like some sort of nerve
Palm
gas.
M100.
I got the little cover flip
Ooh.
thing.
I've got a Palm M500.
Nice.
You got an M1000?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I don't think so. I've got a Zyre 21.
I don't know if the
Where-
M1000 exists. I'm just
I
screwing
don't
around.
think it might.
M1.
I can't keep track of all the Palms. I've got a Zyre 21 where the case melted onto itself.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
It was like it had like a sleeve, and the sleeve stopped sleeving. I've got a 3-com Palm Pilot.
Ooh.
So have you got a
That was
Palm
after the
Pre
acquisition.
or a Palm Pre 2?
I don't have a Palm Pre.
Hey, you know, with enough palm, anybody will pre.
I've got a Palm
Oh,
3.
Joe.
A Palm 3 XE.
Somebody's
you
got
have
to
a
carry
Palm
the torch
Treo.
while Trina's not here. Somebody's got to carry the torch.
Got a handspring visor.
I had a Palm Pre when it was contemporary. I loved that thing. I had the Pre 2 and the Pre 3 as well. They were great.
And the coolest, I've got a Kyocera Verizon Palm cell phone
Ooh.
with a Sloopy
Interesting.
in the middle.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's Sloopy on the screen. Do you have a Treo or any of the cell phone units
This is a cell phone.
besides that one?
No, I don't think I do. I think I
I'll
have
throw a
more
Treo
somewhere.
in the box for you.
Throw everything in the box. Throw that
Throw everything in the box?
Throw the
throw the
car in the
Commodore
box.
pad in the box. Throw the Volkswagen in the box.
It's gonna be a pretty heavy box.
And I don't think it's here. I I lost it. Oh no. It was like a development board almost for like it was like a certain like processor and stuff, and it was meant for like companies developing like MP3 player software or whatever.
Okay.
But I picked it up and it had Palm OS installed on there.
Cool.
It was at VCF East Swap Meet last year. Steve bought a whole box of them and gave me one, and it had the Palm OS on there, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool because like this one didn't. If you had Palm OS on it, didn't work, but like it had like an IDE interface for if you were developing like an MP3 player with that particular like chip and everything.
And so, how long have you had this addiction to Palm Pilot?
Well, it all started in I don't know. I think I got my first Palm Pilot like 2005, 2004.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say it's an addiction. I'd say it's a
addiction.
It's an addiction.
A lovely habit.
But,
it's a habit, yeah.
Lovely habit.
Yeah.
He can quit. He can quit anytime.
He can quit anytime.
I think I have at least one more.
He's gotta deal with the twitch.
So is crack, you know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Can stop anytime.
It's all the same.
There was a HP iPack on this desk somewhere. I don't know what happened.
Nice sandwich there.
I have another handspring riser somewhere. I'm just not sure where it is, which is a good thing. And I think I have another Palm 3 somewhere.
Question for you: are you sure the bump in the floor isn't a handspring?
That's true. Oh, that's where my handspring went. I don't know. I put flooring over. I hear the sound of Palm OS on the floor every time I step on it. I hear a little click.
It's like the episode of Seinfeld with the keychain.
Oh, yeah, the keychain.
Holy cow! Phil Rizzuto, wasn't it? The announcer.
Yeah, I think so.
Always say "Holy cow." Yeah, I don't have anything else to show off. I haven't got anything else to do.
Oh, I've got my
other than this
Oscar Mayer.
Oh, I love that.
And the floppy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you snag that?
I'd love to get one.
I think eBay. I have the problem where I'm an early subscriber to LGR on Patreon, so anytime he does like a video on something I want to buy or something that looks cool, I go on eBay and buy it before he releases the video.
So, how many GX 270s did you buy today?
Oh, I got 50 of them. Somewhere, I got a picture. I'm not sure where. Yeah, it would be on an old phone probably. But back when my old jobs was doing help desk, and we were replacing all of those with modern Core 2 Duo computers at the time. And I'd replace offices worth of computers, and I had my Mustang just packed completely full with the old, the old Dell Optiplexes.
Optiplex. Yeah.
20 Optiplexes.
I remember when I worked
in a Mustang.
I remember where I worked at a computer store, and they would buy the refurbished units, and we would get those in, and I'd say a good half of them we'd throw out because you'd pop the side off it and capacitor plate, just throw it right in the dumpster. It was considered breakage. Like they weren't worth fixing. They were, you'd only sell them for a couple of $100. So,
were those Optiplexes bad for bad caps like that?
Dell got sued a large amount of money for them. Yes.
Oh wow.
Because it came out in about 2007 or 2008 that they knew about it, and that they were just allowing the machines to fail without being replaced, and they were not covering any of it under warranty, or there was no extended warranty.
Oh wow.
So Dell got sued a substantial amount of money.
Jeez.
It's from a pile of government agencies and a pile of educational institutions.
Substantial to us, but substantial to Dell.
Not to Dell. was $25 or $30 million. I think was the lawsuit. It wasn't, which is like
Okay,
that's a month's worth of profit for them.
Ryan, you're
Yeah,
That's
that's,
at least
that's
worth
no,
profit.
that's like pocket change for Dell.
More like a day.
It was 25 or 30 million dollars less than they would have spent fixing those machines, because
Yeah.
it's so.
Yeah.
They just they made out pretty well there.
Ryan, Trina's yelling.
It was like the Ford. It was like the. Speaking of motherboards, Ryan. Yes, I know. You're gonna get your motherboards. Calm down. Yelling won't make me ship them any faster. In fact, it will make me ship them slower. I will send them on the slowest rocket camel to Ontario. But yeah, it's like the Ford Pinto. Ford figured out that it was okay to let like 15 or 20 people die. It would cost them less than recalling the Ford Pinto for being a fire hazard. So
No.
There was a scene in
hello,
Apple's
Apple's
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Hey, Missy.
Oh, it's Missy. Hi, Missy.
Hi, Missy.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the zoo.
Did she win on bingo?
Yeah.
Did she win bingo, Sloopy?
No. Well, I made it to the next level.
Rats.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Dies for a good bingo. Loves a good bingo. All right, well, it's 11:30 here. I'm going to bed. So thanks for everybody for hanging out with me. We'll see you next week for Olde World Tech Fridays, where Trina and Frank will hopefully not have gastric issues and return to us. So yeah, thanks everybody, and have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.